So welcome to Jumbo IS and welcome to our lecture series called Daily MCQ Practice. In this lecture series, we cover a particular day's current affairs through a set of 4 to 5 MCQs. The purpose of this lecture series is to cover your current affairs for that day, plus that you should get the much needed MCQ practice. If you follow this lecture series regularly, make it a part of your daily routine, well, 4 to 5 MCQs daily would amount to more than 100 MCQs in a month. And in 1 year, till your next prelims examination, you would have covered 1200 MCQs from current affairs alone. Now, that's way more than required, okay? It's more than enough. 1200 MCQs just from current affairs. Okay, you need not worry about your current affairs portion as far as your next prelims examination is concerned. Current affairs part would get covered through this series alone. So these small habits actually make a lot of difference. If you just make this a habit of yours, you just have to spend 10 minutes daily. And this habit would serve you very well. It is a small habit. It doesn't require much time. Just 10 minutes. But within the span of 1 year, after 1 year, it would amount to this much. And it would amount to your prelims getting qualified. All right? Okay, that's about it. Now let's start with question number 1. Consider the following statements regarding SDG India Index. Number 1 statement, it evaluates progress made on 16 SDGs on a scale of 0 to 100. Okay. Kerala and Uttarakhand have topped in the latest SDG India Index. Overall, India's score has improved from 66 to 71 in the latest edition of the index. Okay, how many of the above statements are correct? Now, as you guys all know, United Nations General Assembly came out in 2015 with Sustainable Development Goals. There were in total 17 Sustainable Development Goals which each and every member of United Nations, each and every country should achieve by 2030. So a 15-year time period was given to each and every country to achieve these 17 Sustainable Development Goals. India, being no different, also vowed to achieve these 17 Sustainable Development Goals. Now, Niti Aayog basically thought that there should be healthy competition between Indian states for achieving these Sustainable Development Goals. So Niti Aayog came out with SDG India Index. In this SDG India Index, each and every state is evaluated on the basis of these 16 Sustainable Development Goals out of 17. So each and every state is evaluated on the basis of 16 Sustainable Development Goals, and each and every state is given a score between 0 to 100. On the basis of their score, they are allotted a rank. Now, the last SDG India Index was in 2020-21, and the latest one, which is also known as the 4th edition, was 2023-24. Okay. Now, this latest 4th edition 2023-24 SDG India Index, in this index, Kerala and Uttarakhand actually topped, and Bihar came last. Bihar was last and Jharkhand was second last. Okay, so this is, it evaluates progress made on 16 Sustainable Development Goals on a scale of 0 to 100. That's correct. Kerala and Uttarakhand topped. Absolutely correct. Now, states are given a certain score, but the overall country is also given a score. Now, in the 3rd edition, India's score was 66. This edition, 4th edition, India's score has improved to 71. So this statement is also correct. Okay, all 3 statements are correct. All right. Okay. Question number 2. Which of the following statements regarding Competition Act 2002 are correct? It created Competition Commission of India, which is India's apex antitrust body. Appeals against any decision of CCI can now be filed with National Company Law Appellate Tribunal. Okay. CCI is a statutory body formed in 2003. Now look, we want that the entire market or the entire business environment in India, should promote a healthy competition. There shouldn't be a monopoly of any one particular company in any one particular sector. A dominant company shouldn't exploit its dominant position against smaller companies. There should be free and fair competition. Okay, for that, India created Competition Act. Okay, under this Competition Act, a body was created called Competition Commission of India in 2003. So this is correct. And Competition Commission of India is a statutory body because it was created through an act of parliament, that is Competition Act. Now, Competition Commission of India is basically the apex body in our country that ensures free and fair competition. Now, free and fair competition is also known as, or ensuring free and fair competition is known as antitrust laws. So basically, Competition Act is antitrust law and CCI is an antitrust body. So this is also correct. Now, CCI passes orders or decisions against various companies who are exploiting their dominant position. Okay. Now, if a company feels that a particular order given by CCI or a decision given by CCI is unfair and they want to appeal against that decision, well, they can appeal against that decision in COMPAT, Competition Appellate Tribunal. Okay. So Competition Appellate Tribunal was created under Competition Act, under which you could appeal against the decision of CCI. But in 2017, Competition Appellate Tribunal was replaced by NCLAT. Okay, it was replaced by this. So now appeals against any decision of CCI can be filed in NCLAT. So this is also correct. All three statements are correct. Question number 3. Consider the following statements regarding NASA's Shapea project. Okay. It is a set of 3 planned missions to understand the challenges Mars poses to space explorers. Okay. Mars Dune Alpha was a 3D printed airlocked habitat in which 4 crew members lived for 100 days as a part of Shapea project. Okay. Now, Shapea project, what is it? So NASA has created this project called Shapea project, under which 3 missions are going to be undertaken. And basically the aim of these 3 missions is to understand the impact of Mars's environment on astronauts. Okay, because in future we are going to send astronauts to Mars. So we need to know beforehand how Mars's environment would impact their health, their mental health, their physical health, and all that stuff. All right. Now, for NASA actually created an artificial environment in which astronauts would live, and that artificial environment would be Mars-like. Okay, that artificial environment was 3D printed, airlocked, and it was called Mars Dune Alpha. Now, 4 astronauts or volunteers actually lived there for 378 days. And it was a successful experiment. So, first statement is correct. It is a set of 3 planned missions. This mission, the latest one, Mars Dune Alpha mission, was the first among the series of 3. But basically, its main aim is to study the impact of Mars's environment on astronauts. Mars Dune Alpha was a 3D printed airlocked habitat in which 4 crew members lived. Absolutely correct. For 100 days. Only this part is false. Not 100 days, 378 days. So this is false. Answer is A. And last, which of the following statements regarding Mars are correct? Okay. Temperature on Mars ranges between 20 degrees Celsius to 102 degrees Celsius. Okay. Its gravity is twice that of Earth. Earth's atmosphere is thicker than that of Mars. 1 Martian year is equal to 687 Earth days. Okay. Now look, temperature on Mars varies between 157 degrees Celsius to 20 degrees Celsius. Minus 157 degrees Celsius to 20 degrees Celsius. So it's actually quite cold. So first is false. Mars is a smaller planet than Earth. That is why its mass is less than that of Earth. And because its mass is less than that of Earth, its gravity is also less than that of Earth. Mars's gravity is 1/3 that of Earth's. So second statement is also false. Earth's atmosphere is thicker than that of Mars. This is absolutely correct. Mars has a very thin atmosphere. Very thin. Okay. Plus, oxygen in Mars's atmosphere is less than 1%. That is why Mars is not habitable. You can't live there unless you're wearing a spacesuit, of course. In fact, carbon dioxide in Martian atmosphere is around 95%. Okay. And Mars takes around 687 Earth days to revolve around the Sun. So 1 Martian year on Mars is 687 days. On Earth it is 365 days. On Mars it is 687 days. So this is also correct. 3 and 4. Answer is C. And with that, we end our lecture. This is the conclusion of our lecture. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. And I'm sure it has added value to your preparation, though it would add more value if you're regular with this series, if you're consistent with this series, if you make it a part of your daily routine. All right. On that note, I'll be signing off. If you want to check out the notes for this lecture, detailed questions and their solutions, well, the notes are shared on our Telegram channel. Okay. And the link to that channel is given in the comment section below. So check that out. Thank you, everyone.